Let's talk Dylan Raiola. I feel like he makes the show every week, but there were a lot of rumors out there that were not true. And Dominic Raiola set the record straight with you. Dylan Raiola still plans to visit Georgia in the month of March. I know there was some smoke that maybe that could get rearranged or moved or not happen. But Dylan Raiola, at least as of now, is going to still visit Georgia.
Yeah, March 18th. So the weekend before
Nebraska.
Yeah, the weekend before Nebraska. I'm not sure where that came from. It was very interesting on Thursday morning how many people were asking me about that. So yeah, I called Dominic, and he right away said, "I don't know where that's coming from. We're going to Georgia." So, and of course, you know what, Dom, you know what, Sean, he's the number one player in the country. He's a program changer. It would be a massive story if he came to Nebraska. So we almost should address it every week. I mean, especially when a rumor crops up like that. So yeah, and this is a gigantic story. I'd almost think we'd be remiss not to touch on it, especially when something comes up like that. And I'd say it's wide open. I think it's wide
there's going to be a lot more segments, like you said, on Dylan Raiola with Nebraska, because he's a story. I mean, he moves the needle. People are very interested. I can't tell you how much I get asked about Dylan Raiola. You know, like people will just come up to you and grab your arm and say, "Are we going to get Raiola?" You're like, and like, yeah, I'm just, I know. And I'm going to tell you right now in Hy-Vee.
I don't know.
I mean,
yeah,
but it's crazy. People are, I mean, he captivates the fan. Now they're not doing that in Georgia. They're not doing that in other places, but here, you know, like you go in anywhere. I was in Beatrice yesterday. I was around the state, and he's a conversation starter wherever you go.
Yeah. And it's just, we're going to know pretty soon. It's going to get hot. It's going to get really hot in March. Right.
What is the timeline though? That's what we don't know. Like, how long after these March visits, is there more visits to come?
I got to think there is. I mean, again, I can't, some of the conversation with Dom is off the record. But he does say, and he says, you can say this, that he uses the words wide open. There's going to be other visits. There almost has to be, based on what I'm hearing from Dom. I just don't think he's going to go to Georgia and Nebraska and call it good. There's some other teams that are come on. He's getting recruited hard by a lot of teams, Sean. Penn State has been mentioned, Texas and Oregon, and USC is in the thick of it. So, and they have been an unofficial visit to USC recently. I don't know. I just know that if he commits here, it's going to be just a mammoth story, because of he's the number one player in the country, but also then what happens? He enhances your chances with recruits all over the country.
And I assume he's an early graduate too. So like
is he?
Most guys like him are.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know though. Academic situations are different everywhere. I would assume he's a great student, but you know, typically a guy like this is going to get somewhere early.
The other part of it is sort of interesting is Dayton, his brother, Dylan Raiola, who I don't think they don't know if he'll be with. He's a good football player.
Is he going to Pinnacle too?
I think so.
They left Chandler and they're at Pinnacle now.
Yeah, in Arizona. They live in North Scottsdale, and so yeah, they are moving high schools again. Will Dayton be here on March 24th? They don't know, because he's also a very good pitcher and first baseman on his baseball team, and there might be a baseball conflict that weekend, so we might just see Dylan.
I mean, Dylan he could take this all the way down to the wire. He can go as late as he wants with this decision.
Yeah, that would be like, when you say down to the wire, Sean, educate the people. Like, what's the wire to you? June?
Quarterbacks typically are done by May.
Yeah.
So like, if you get past Memorial Day, that's really late. So you would think by May 1, there'd be something going on. But what if he wants to take spring official visits?
Yeah.
You know, these are unofficial.
Yeah.
What if he wants to go on the trips after April 15th and into May, like that they pay for you to go on, and they want to do more of those? I mean, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah. I would be surprised if that happens.